Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy! As you can see, I have my winter outfit on because it is officially December. It's literally snow on the ground outside my house right now, so I'm so excited! Today we are back with Final Fantasy and we are going to keep playing the story. I know it has been a long time and I've been playing a lot of Guild Wars 2 lately, but I am not giving up Final Fantasy. It is my first real game I played on this channel and I want to keep playing it, so I hope you enjoy. Alright, let's see what Alphino wants us to do. Again. Alphino always wants us to do something. It is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Willith. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. I guess so, finally. Heretical harassment. That doesn't sound good. Greetings, Willith. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Jataru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slaffborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? Sure. Honestly, my outfit and the Rising Stones are very cozy. We're giving very cozy vibes today. It's just so nice to be back in this game. I love this game.
What can I do for you, Willith? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions.
Well, I wondered if you needed any help.
Huh, I barely noticed your recruits arrive. Just barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run?
I think so. Slaffborn, the shipment, we couldn't... Uh-oh. What happened?
Godswoman, what befell?
We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us.
There's naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed.
I can help. I got nothing to do.
Whence did these supplies originate?
House Forton. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper.
Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Willith, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Forton? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents.
I can do that.
Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures.
You can count on me.
Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Horschiffon will be glad of your assistance.
Are you sure about that? Oh, there's snow on the ground here. I don't know if there was always snow on the ground, but there's snow on the ground in the game and in my real life. Yay!
Well, well, if it isn't my fine friend Willith Leaf, would you care for a plate of roast caracole? Some mulled wine? No? I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence.
Nope. Same thing. Same problem. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty. I want them all. Well, what are we gonna do about the problem?
The incident with the new frontier house?
Oh my gosh, I forget that sometimes it's voiced.
Elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
I don't remember you sounding like that, Horschiffon. But I'll allow it.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service.
Yeah.
The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil.
True. I agree.
Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts.
Okay.
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed.
I don't know if I should trust you or not, but I elect
Poor
to trust
fortune,
you.
I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day.
Well, why didn't you say that before?
This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart.
Ooh.
But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve.
I'm sure
The
it's fine.
brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Yeah. I like snow.
Halone's blessings be upon you.
Okay, geez.
Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes.
Well, thank you.
Were they dragons? It might be otherwise.
Yeah, probably. Well, I'm on the
But
case.
Truly, I could not wish for a finer ally.
You're welcome.
You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long.
Huh. You can count on me.
Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
That'll be great, Horsefant. Well, oh, I thought he disappeared. Well, Horsefant definitely just flirted with me. A warm welcome? That sounds great. Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't want the Magitech armor, sorry. I want this thing. Give me this thing. Meow. Motorcycle. Woo! The snow. What perfect timing that I'm doing this snow area again in December. I know not everyone is having snow or winter where they are, so what's the weather like where you guys are? Obviously, it's very frosty for me, but are you getting snow? Is it summer where you are? You know, what's going on with you? I always think it's so interesting that people have Christmas when it's warm outside. I just can't imagine that. Well, I can with global warming, but not really. I'm used to my nice cold weather. I was trying to go float up, but it didn't work exactly how I wanted. Okay. Hi.
Willith, is there aught you would ask of me? Pray speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains.
I seem destined to cross paths with a lot of villains.
I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wild hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims? As fate would have it, your rival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow, carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, this merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task.
That sounds great, Dromont. Thanks.
Where is he? The music just cut out for some weird reason. All the sound keeps cutting out. Isn't that weird? And I can't find the guy, even though I'm in the infirmary. Oh, I'm dumb. It's really hard to see the stairs. Here he is. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. I was traveling my usual route to Whitebrim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything.
'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Snowcloak. Okay, sounds easy enough to find. Oh, this doesn't look good. Aha! Alright, let's get back into the swing of things. Do I remember how to do combat? Only vaguely. Gah, draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come-seeking heretics. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Well, obviously they haven't vanished, because I just hit a cutscene. They could be anywhere. Oh, guy! No, ice witch, or whatever they called you. Who are you? We gotta go up there. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. 'Twould be best were we to return to Whiteburn Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Dromont. Really? I have to go all the way back there? Why can't I just fight them? We all know I would be very good at it by myself. Fine, I'm back. Can I go there now? Willith, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily, I fear I've woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask you to put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Horschiffon of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Of course. Just go all the way back to tell everybody the exact same thing. And then I'll get to fight her afterwards when they're like, "Adventurer, you're the only one who can help us." Because that's what always happens. I'm back, and here's all the stuff I learned.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward.
Why am I watching these guys?
Bloody.
Hello? What?
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
It kind of freaks me out a little bit. But I'll tell you what I know.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that
Why
we
are
have
those guys
still
doing
to survey
squats?
the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway?
Probably.
Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma.
Okay.
As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action.
But what if Iceheart is their commander?
Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche.
You're welcome.
On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Sounds good. Now what? Back to Revenant's Toll. I can't wait to start Heavensward. When do I get to do that? I just looked up how many quests it takes to get to Heavensward, and people are saying there's 100 quests before you get to Heavensward. How many have I done? Like 5?
Willith, 'tis good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Corthus? How's Fortson? Is it to send us a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Horshafon for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I feel it will attract even greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinode's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. While you were away in Corthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although the Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand?
That sounds great. I love helping Tataru. She is my friend. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Oh, Willith, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't want to wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Willith Leaf, gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. Put on this uniform. 'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I should wear it with pride. Alright. You did not do what I think you're supposed to. Put it on and go in there.
Little Alamigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll, that this town could be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. I don't believe we met. I am Ilberd, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is, essentially, a band of strangers.
Yes, Willith? Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits? Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. What is it? The moment of truth draws near, Willith. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. It's time! Well, they're all blue. Like the ice lady.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea.
Woohoo!
From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves.
Crystal Braves?
Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies
That's kind of cute.
as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all!
Woohoo!
For the freedom of all!
Wow, that's cool. You did it, Alphino. So blue.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
They're so cute.
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
Are you asking me to hold hands?
The Scions stand ready.
Yep, we do.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening.
No rest for us.
So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive?
Who's
Fate of
Kryl?
12.
I don't remember
I
who
see.
that is.
Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks.
What's
I shall
happening?
contact you anon.
What's going on?
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has.
Well, yay.
She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Could be.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
I don't think so. No, I have not.
Then she speaks to neither one of us.
She was tired. She used all her
Idle and
power.
silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
What's happening? It's very pretty. Uh-oh. Hello? Is something bad gonna happen to you? Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment has spared the fate of the last. I hope nothing bad happens to you. Have fun. Uh-oh. I knew something was gonna happen. What is it? The winds are uncommon fierce this day. That's it? Oh, okay. Oh, there's more! I knew there was something else gonna happen. An old man. Who are you? The Pope? Oh, some sort of army. Who are you guys? Are you bad or good? Alright, well, probably bad. Yeah. Or mind controlled, but this is probably not good. Okay. Scary. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do but little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular, the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I feel that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. And you know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you, 'cause we're best friends. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him, and support him in whatever manner you are able. So they just sort of live in here with us now? I mean, that's fine, but... Hi, Thancred! Nice knife trick. What is it, Willith? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there's already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilbert. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Willith. Sure. What do I got to do? I'm not busy. Hello.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you?
Actually, how might I serve you? I'm here to help you with whatever's going on.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Oh. How come? What is it?
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
You can count on me. Whatever it is, I will listen.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ.
Oh. So now what?
We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy.
Well, how would that work?
He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames.
Hence why they called it Ivy.
It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now.
I agree.
We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly.
Okay.
Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway. And if that is the case, he may well move against us.
True.
We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Well, thank you. I'll do my best. Look at the sweeping people. They have matching outfits. Ah, they are so cute. I love it. Hello, you have a spy. Again.
Well, what brings you here, my friend?
You have a spy. Again. This guy.
She
is
is
not the
here
spy.
at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Aw, they're friends. Besties.
But look at you, the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not?
Hello, I'm also here. We have things to
Lest
do.
you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
Aww.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
Wow.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
That's really cool.
Ha! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here.
Aw.
Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
That's nice of you to say, Ralph.
But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway.
Yeah, let's get to the matter at hand, I think.
I have tidings.
I have tidings.
So there has been progress.
Mm-hmm.
I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
But who's listening in on us? Anybody?
So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first?
Oh.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
How nice. Okay, bye. Alright, well, that's good. They're getting things started.
Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up.
Aww. That was
Well,
cute, you guys.
It would seem your services were not required after all.
Yeah, I just sort
I
of hung
dare
out.
say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence.
You're welcome.
My thanks, Scion.
It was no trouble.
Our hunt for the ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Lavalier.
Back again. Back and forth is true to its name. And we are really going back and forth. We're back.
We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You'll recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination.
That's not good.
This music is very strong, though. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party would only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Alianne of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Sounds good. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Sure. Shouldn't take us too long. Where am I? You're at Castrum Sentry, but we're gonna save you. Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. I'm on it. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to Commander Lavalier. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. All right. It does me well to see you thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to have been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Willith. You're welcome. You're back. Learn anything? Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we cannot ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Willith, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Corthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Okay, so next episode we will travel with Alphino and go to Corthus. Hopefully we are soon to Heavensward, but I'm not actually sure because I don't want to spoil myself. However, I do know that these quests are long, but I can't even remember how long I've been doing the quests after ARR, so we'll see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!